Welcome to Icons Forever, where Thomas honors the unforgettable lives of extraordinary people who continue to live on through their legacy. This channel celebrates beloved figures from film, music, sports, and culture, whose talent, passion, and impact touched millions. Join us as we remember their stories, reflect on their influence, and keep their memory alive for generations ahead. Chuck Negron was widely recognized as one of the distinctive voices of classic rock, shaping the sound of a generation. Born on June 8, 1942 in New York City, he grew up with music as a central influence and eventually found his place as a performer whose voice would reach audiences around the world. Rise with Three Dog Night Negron rose to prominence as a lead vocalist for Three Dog Night, a group that became one of the defining acts of the late 1960s and early 1970s. His powerful, expressive voice helped bring to life enduring hits such as Joy to the World and An Old-Fashioned Love Song, tracks that remain widely recognized decades later. A voice that connected emotionally. What made Negron stand out was not only technical ability, but the emotional depth he brought to his performances. Whether recording in the studio or performing on stage, he had a way of making songs feel personal and immediate, creating a lasting connection with listeners that went beyond the music itself. A life of reflection and resilience. Beyond his success in music, Negron's life included challenges that he later spoke about openly, focusing on personal growth and recovery. In his later years, he shared his experiences in a way that encouraged others facing difficulties, emphasizing the possibility of change and renewal. A lasting musical legacy. Chuck Negron passed away at the age of 81, leaving behind a legacy defined by iconic songs and emotional authenticity. His voice continues to live on through the music that shaped an era, reminding listeners of the enduring power of classic rock and the human stories behind it. Brian Wilson, born on June 20th, 1942, is widely regarded as one of the most innovative and influential figures in popular music history. As a co-founder of the Beach Boys, he helped define the California sound with lush vocal harmonies and emotionally rich songwriting that captured both youthful optimism and deeper introspection. From an early age, Wilson demonstrated an extraordinary ear for melody and arrangement, transforming simple pop structures into complex, layered productions that changed how music was created in the studio. His landmark work on songs such as Good Vibrations and the critically acclaimed album Pet Sounds pushed the boundaries of recording technology and artistic ambition, influencing generations of musicians across genres. While his musical genius is undisputed, Wilson's journey was also marked by significant personal and mental health challenges that affected his career and public life. Despite these struggles, his connection to music remained a constant thread, and over time he returned to performing and recording, continuing to engage audiences who deeply valued his work. It is important to note that there is no verified information confirming his passing. As of the most reliable public records available, Brian Wilson remains alive. Over time, occasional false reports about his death have circulated online, but they are not supported by credible sources. His legacy, however, is firmly established and enduring. His influence can be heard in countless artists who followed, and his work continues to shape how modern pop music is written, produced, and understood. Alan Svenson was born on the 16th of February, 1951 in Brännkyrka Parish, Sweden. From an early age, he developed an interest in performance and storytelling, eventually building a long and respected career across television, film, and theater in Sweden. Breakthrough and popular roles. He became widely known for his role as Gustav Svenson in the popular sitcom Svenson. His warm, humorous portrayal of everyday family life made the character relatable and helped the show become a beloved part of Swedish television history. work beyond acting. In addition to acting, Svenson contributed behind the scenes to Sweden's entertainment industry. He founded the production company Redefall AB, where he supported creative projects and storytelling from a broader, more entrepreneurial perspective. His work reflected versatility and a grounded approach that earned respect from colleagues. Personal life and legacy. Svenson was married to Maria Sjögren from 1975 to 1981, and they had a son, Daniel van den Tempel. He passed away in Stockholm at the age of 73, with the exact cause of death not publicly disclosed. He is remembered for his long-standing contribution to Swedish culture and the memorable characters he brought to life. What started as a leisure outing off the coast of Brazil ended in a devastating incident that has drawn attention to water safety and decision-making during recreational trips. Two women, 37-year-old Aline Tamara Moreira de Amorim and 27-year-old Beatriz Tavares da Silva Faria, were among a group enjoying time at sea near São Paulo when an unexpected accident changed everything. Accident at sea near São Paulo, authorities reported that the group was returning from a yacht gathering when the speedboat encountered difficult sea conditions. The vessel was carrying 6 passengers, exceeding its recommended limit of 5. While navigating back toward shore, it was struck by a strong wave in a section of water, locally known for its dangerous currents. The impact caused the boat to overturn and sink, leaving passengers in urgent need of rescue. Safety warnings and critical moments. Investigators stated that the boat's captain had advised all passengers to wear life jackets before and during the trip. However, reports suggest that the 2 women did not put them on, concerned that the equipment might affect photos and their appearance in the sun. In a matter of moments, conditions worsened, and the lack of safety gear significantly reduced their chances of survival when the vessel capsized. Aftermath and reflection, survivors were rescued, but the incident ended in tragedy for 2 passengers who drowned. The event has since prompted discussions about the importance of following basic safety measures during recreational activities at sea, regardless of circumstances. It also serves as a reminder of how quickly enjoyable moments can turn dangerous when precautions are overlooked. Authorities continue to review the incident to better understand the sequence of events and prevent similar tragedies in the future. Johnny Depp was born in 1963 in Owensboro, Kentucky, into a childhood shaped by constant movement and emotional instability. His family relocated frequently before eventually settling in Florida, and those early years left him with a deep sense of displacement. Home life was often tense, and the breakdown of his parents' relationship created an environment that felt unpredictable for a young child. By the time he reached adolescence, his world had already been reshaped by uncertainty and emotional strain. The divorce of his parents at age 15 became a defining moment in his early life, leaving a lasting psychological imprint. Even though his mother later remarried and life became somewhat more stable, the emotional weight of those years stayed with him. He often expressed that stability was something he had to learn to build within himself, rather than something he naturally inherited from his surroundings. Music as a first emotional refuge. During an otherwise turbulent upbringing, music became Johnny Depp's earliest form of emotional escape. At around the age of 12, he received his first guitar, a simple moment that would quietly change the direction of his inner world. Through music, he discovered a way to process emotions that he could not easily express in words. The instrument became a private refuge, offering comfort during moments of isolation and confusion. Hours spent practicing in solitude allowed him to transform emotional tension into rhythm and sound. Rather than feeling trapped by his circumstances, he began to feel a sense of release through creativity. Music did not solve the instability around him, but it provided a personal language of survival. It was the first space where he felt control over something meaningful and it would later become the foundation of his artistic identity in unexpected ways. Leaving school and searching for direction. As adolescence progressed, Depp struggled to adapt to conventional schooling and the expectations placed on him. He eventually left high school in Florida, choosing uncertainty over a structured path that no longer felt aligned with his inner drive. Around this time, he began performing with local garage bands, focusing more on music than academics. Life became a mix of odd jobs, financial instability, and creative experimentation. He worked wherever he could find opportunity, often earning just enough to get by while continuing to pursue music with determination. These years were marked by unpredictability, but also by persistence. Despite limited resources, he continued building experience as a performer and artist. The decision to leave formal education was not framed by failure, but by a growing need to pursue something more personally meaningful, even if the direction ahead remained unclear and uncertain. The move to Los Angeles and first break in acting. In the early 1980s, Depp moved to Los Angeles with limited money and uncertain prospects, hoping music might offer him a future. Instead, a chance introduction led him toward acting, a field he had never seriously considered. Through a connection with actor Nicolas Cage, he was encouraged to audition for film roles. His first significant opportunity came when he was cast in a horror film directed by Wes Craven. The role was small, but it marked his entry into the film industry. What began as a practical attempt to survive financially soon revealed a new creative outlet. Acting allowed him to channel emotion in a different form, similar to music, but more expansive in reach. Though he had no formal training, he relied on instinct and emotional authenticity, gradually discovering that performance could become another form of artistic expression and personal storytelling. Early fame and the weight of recognition, Depp's rise to public attention, accelerated with his role in the television series 21 Jump Street, which turned him into a recognizable figure almost overnight. The sudden visibility brought fame, media attention, and a strong fan following, especially among younger audiences. While externally this appeared to be a breakthrough success, internally, he often described feeling disconnected from the image being projected onto him. The expectations of being a mainstream television star conflicted with his more experimental, artistic instincts. Fame brought financial stability, but also a sense of restriction, as he felt increasingly defined by a persona rather than his evolving creative identity. Despite widespread popularity, he began seeking roles that offered more depth and artistic freedom, signaling an early desire to move away from conventional stardom and toward more character-driven, unconventional performances. Artistic reinvention in film. The 1990s marked a turning point in Depp's career as he moved toward more unusual and emotionally complex roles. Collaborating with director Tim Burton, he found creative alignment in characters that were outsiders, misunderstood, or deeply symbolic. Films like Edward Scissorhands became defining works, showcasing his ability to portray vulnerability and emotional depth. These roles allowed him to step away from mainstream expectations and explore storytelling that felt more personal and expressive. Instead of chasing commercial appeal, he leaned into artistic risk-taking, often selecting characters that challenged traditional Hollywood norms. This period established him as a distinctive actor, known for transformation and unpredictability. His performances were not focused on realism alone, but on emotional texture and symbolic storytelling, helping him build a reputation as one of the most unconventional leading figures in modern cinema. Global stardom and the Pirates era. The release of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, in 2003, transformed Depp into a global superstar. His portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow became one of the most iconic characters in film history, blending humor, eccentricity, and originality. The role was initially met with uncertainty by some studio executives, but it ultimately redefined blockbuster cinema and expanded expectations for leading characters in major franchises. The film's massive commercial success led to multiple sequels and international recognition. However, with this level of fame came intense production demands, long filming schedules, and increasing public visibility. While the role brought creative satisfaction and global admiration, it also intensified the pressures of maintaining a high-profile career in an industry driven by constant output and performance expectations. Wealth, isolation, and personal struggles. At the height of his success, Depp accumulated significant wealth, including properties in different countries, art collections, and luxury assets. Despite this external success, he has at times reflected on feelings of emotional isolation that accompanied his lifestyle. Managing fame, financial responsibilities, and constant public attention created a complex environment where personal privacy became limited. Reports and interviews over the years have highlighted periods of financial strain and restructuring, showing that even significant earnings can be challenged by high expenses and lifestyle commitments. Beyond finances, the greater challenge appeared to be maintaining personal balance amid global recognition. The contrast between outward success and internal reflection became a recurring theme in discussions about his life, emphasizing that achievement in the entertainment industry does not always align with personal stability or emotional fulfillment, relationships, and family life. Depp's personal relationships have often been part of public discussion, though they represent only one dimension of his life. His early marriage in the 1980s ended as his career was beginning to take shape. Later, he shared a long-term partnership with French singer and actress Vanessa Paradis, with whom he had 2 children. That period is often described as one of greater stability, as he balanced family life with professional commitments. Despite eventual separation, both continued to co-parent their children. Like many public figures, aspects of his private life were later subjected to media attention and speculation, particularly during subsequent relationships. These experiences contributed to broader conversations about privacy, media scrutiny, and the pressures faced by individuals living under constant public observation. Legal disputes and public scrutiny. In the late 2000s and early 2020s, Depp became involved in widely publicized legal disputes with former partners, which drew global media attention. The proceedings included mutual allegations and extensive courtroom coverage, resulting in significant public debate and divided opinions. These cases were complex, involving multiple claims, countersuits, and extensive legal examination. Ultimately, a defamation trial in 2022 concluded with a mixed verdict, with the court finding that certain statements were defamatory while also acknowledging counterclaims. Beyond the legal outcome, the situation had a lasting impact on his public image and career trajectory. It also sparked broader discussions about media influence, reputation, and the impact of public trials on personal and professional life in the digital age, where narratives often spread rapidly and are interpreted in highly polarized ways. Later years, creative return and reflection. In recent years, Depp has gradually returned to artistic work through music, painting, and selected film projects. Rather than pursuing constant mainstream visibility, he has focused on more personal forms of creativity. Painting, in particular, has become an important outlet, with his artwork exhibited and collected internationally. He has also participated in music performances and collaborations, reconnecting with his early artistic roots. Alongside creative work, he has been involved in charitable efforts supporting hospitals, children's programs, and artistic initiatives. His later life reflects a shift toward quieter, more intentional living, emphasizing expression over publicity. While his career has included significant highs and public challenges. His current focus appears centered on personal creativity, family relationships, and rebuilding stability through artistic and private pursuits rather than global fame.